Welcome to your new Pentane account. Let's dive right in. Now, the first thing we're going to look at, once I get myself out of the way, is this mission control. Now, when you get into Pentane, you will have seen that we've connected expense information, we've connected revenue, advertising information, analytics, and all of that is sitting in the back and math is being applied to it to answer questions. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to set a goal. This is really, really important. It's a big mistake that, most companies, not even just early stage companies, end up making. If you don't set the destination where we want to get, it's really difficult to create an actionable strategy to work backwards from that destination, to kind of reverse engineer that outcome. And that's what we want to do here. So in the case of this company, this is a live company in the system. They are actually profitable already. So in here, they're going to need to set, this is going to send them a warning that basically says, we need to shoot higher than that because you're already, in the last 30 days, your net profit is above where your goal is presently set. So let's say they want to increase that to 10%. They want to operate on a 10% profit margin, net profit margin. Now, in this mission control, what we start to see is real guidance on things they can do today or over the course of the next week or weeks in order to achieve that outcome. The first of which talks about expenses. In their case, and this is going to look different for every business, depends on how your business spends money, how it makes money, how your expenses are structured, et cetera. They can reduce their fixed expenses. That's the expenses that exist whether or not we make money: payroll, office, health insurance, things like that. If they can find a way to reduce that by 21% or $26,000, they will generate a 10% net profit. If they can test increasing their prices by roughly 7.9%, they will generate a 10% net profit. If they can do some website optimization and increase their conversion rate from 0.78 to 0.84, they will achieve a 10% net profit margin. Lastly, if they can increase their ad budget to roughly $71,000 in a month at a 5.08 return on ad spend, they will achieve that net profit. Now, 5.08 might be high for your company. For this company, it's actually slightly lower. That's a higher ad budget, but we can see here that they're operating at a roughly a 6.2 MER. Their return on ad spend will be slightly lower than that, but we'll look at that in a second. So the point of our mission control here is just to set some basic guidelines of changes that we can make in the business, places that we need to pay more attention in order to, again, sort of reverse engineer the outcome of getting to a 10% net profit margin or whatever that goal is for your company. Next, we look at the guidance system.